On the 5th of January 2021, I experienced a family loss. That was my son, he was 50 years old. On the 6th of January 21, there was another loss. That was my younger brother. And I found out that I'd been named as executor for both of these people. As the procedure progressed, I began to realise that both wills were almost identical and not clearly defined. Now, this on its own led to a complicated, multifaceted and very expensive interpretations by family members. So at that stage, my wife and I began to consider our own wills and concluded that we wanted a more personal, tailored will. When Jeff arrived, he was well groomed and had a relaxed, present manner, undertoned by an air of professionalism. The confidence the man exuded was great. Anyway, rather than the usual "what can I sell you from my bag of wills" rhetoric that you get when you go to the high streets, he opened the discussion by asking what we wanted to achieve, which I found quite refreshing, to be honest. From our point of view, it took roughly an hour, just over, for him to sit and listen to us, patiently ask questions and that. A few cups of tea and several homemade cakes I ate, because Jeff loves his cakes, but that's another story. Anyway, he sat and he listened and he gave us feedback. Then he laid out his suggestions, which we discussed in depth. Again, I reiterate, time was not of any importance to him at all. He wanted you to be satisfied and happy with what you're doing. In these days, it's nice to find somebody that's got you in mind rather than a sales. We've moved home since then. I rang Jeff and said we're moving home. Give us your new address and I'll transfer it. No charge for that. You know, it's that sort of personal touch that made a big difference to us. And I've actually recommended him. I live in a retirement block now, and there's 28 other residents here, and I think it's 5 of them that I've recommended Jeff to, and they've all taken him and been very happy with him. If you go into a high street one, you're paying by the hour to sit and talk to this man who's just going to he's not going to ask you questions. He's going to tell you what he thinks you want to know. Whereas Jeff, it was tailor-made, it was personal. His question, what do you want to achieve? And at the end of it, you have confidence in what he's written and what he's suggesting to you. So personalisation and the willingness, the wish, I think, is the thing, to give you the best possible service. It's part of the ingrain of that man. It's one of the most pleasant experiences I've had in communication and going into a discussion, mediation, whatever word you want to put there, that I've had for quite a long while. It was pleasant, relaxed, because you know that the person that you were talking to wanted to help you rather than wanted to sell you something. So you tend to ease down, and all that put together left you with that nice, warm, cozy feeling. You know what I mean? If you sometimes you stand next to somebody and go, "Oh, I don't like that," but this you felt was what you wanted. And funnily enough, you should ask that question. But several of the people that I've recommended to say, "Isn't he a lovely man to talk to? He's quietly peaceful. He's got a lovely atmosphere to him." You know. So does that answer your question?